Funding for Iowa Outdoors is provided by the Claude P. Small, Catherine Small Cousins, and William Carl Cousins Fund at the Lincoln Way Community Foundation in Clinton County to support nature programming on Iowa Public Television.
And by the Alliant Energy Foundation. Many of Iowa's natural wonders you'll find on Iowa Public Television can be found in Iowa Outdoors Magazine, the Iowa DNR's premier resource for conservation, education, and recreation activities. Subscription information can be found online at iowadnr.gov.
Bicycling is one of those activities that provides either a rush of adrenaline or a peaceful ride down a comfortable path. But for those with limited mobility, it may seem this activity is out of reach.
That is, unless you can get your hands on the right equipment. In Jefferson, one company has been custom adapting bikes for Iowans of all abilities, ensuring the trails and roads are accessible to everyone.
Good morning.
By definition, a bicycle is a vehicle composed of two wheels held together in a frame behind one another, powered by pedals and steered with handlebars. But informally, the word bike is still referred to anything that's human-powered and pedal-driven, even if it's not on the traditional two wheels. Take Nick Bassett, for example.
So I have scoliosis, which is the curvature of the spine, and it was caused by a spinal cord tumor. Before I was in the wheelchair, because I used to be able to walk, I could not ride a bike to save my life. I tried on many occasions, up to even when I was 13, to try and ride a bike, and I could never ride one. And I had finally given up. I'm never gonna be able to ride a bike because of my balance issues, so why try?
It was an adaptive sports camp at the University of Northern Iowa that introduced him to hand cycling.
I tested one out and I loved it. It was a great thing to test out and ride. And within a few months, I had that first 7-speed, and I went on my first RAGBRAI, and I was hooked.
After riding 250 miles of RAGBRAI on his 7-speed, he quickly found the need for a bike with more gears. It was then that he discovered All Ability Cycles, a shop in Jefferson that provides adaptive cycling equipment for people with special needs.
Start pedaling. Doing the adaptive type of work, we're serving all types of Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and Lou Gehrig's disease and autism. It's a broad spectrum of special needs that people have, and sometimes it's just somebody my size who doesn't have good balance and they want exercise. Up, up, and away. Unusual tandems, hand cycles, recumbent tricycles, that would cover a large amount of what we are providing to the public. What's fun is people walk in the store and they look around and they go, "You don't have any road bikes in here. You don't have any mountain bikes in here." No, we don't have those things. I repair and service some of the local bicycles, but for the most part, our business is the adaptive.
In addition to hosting test rides outside their storefront in Jefferson, John and his wife regularly travel throughout the Midwest to demonstrate and sell their cycling equipment.
Here's your brake right here, it's locked.
We dug through our archives to find footage of Nick testing out a new hand cycle, the one he would ultimately still use today, more than 5 years later.
Yeah, maybe a pad right here to give me some support in my neck. But other than that, I think it might be good. I'm here to test out a new hand cycle for myself. Is there any way we can get this to turn closer to my thumb so I can shift easier? Yep. I need something with a little more gears, a little more cranking so I can do hills easier. So this is a Top End Force 2 hand cycle. Think of it as a bike, but it's upside down and backwards. You pedal all with your hands. All the shifting is up here in the fingers. I've had it for about 5 years. I love it. This year, actually, I will be getting an electric assist to add onto my hand cycle. I've come to realize no matter how much I train, no matter how much weightlifting I do, no matter how much eating right I do, my disability will never allow me to gain the muscle mass to help me climb hills.
Now preparing for his 6th RAGBRAI, Nick regularly rides 25 miles a day on the High Trestle Trail, oftentimes with his training partner, Kyle.
This is my normal trail. It's the easiest one to get to, and it's the one I love the most. I mean, I've done other trails here in Iowa. I've done the Raccoon River Valley Trail, and I like that trail. But this is the one I've kind of memorized, where the inclines are, where the where the speed parts are, so I know when, so I can regulate my training to adjust it.
Nick considers RAGBRAI to be one of the most amazing experiences of his life. Each year, he rides with the Adaptive Sports Iowa team with dozens of other cyclists.
I hear lots of, great job and keep it up, and there's lots of people that go, way to go, Handcraker, and stuff like that, and that stuff's nice to hear. We're trying to make a statement that anybody can ride while we're riding on RAGBRAI, and I think we've done that over the years.
With the help of All Ability Cycles and its mission to spread the idea that everyone can ride, Nick and other cyclists are able to enjoy the beauty of Iowa's bike trails right alongside everyone else.
Funding for Iowa Outdoors is provided by the Claude P. Small, Catherine Small Cousins, and William Carl Cousins Fund at the Lincoln Way Community Foundation in Clinton County to support nature programming on Iowa Public Television.
And by the Alliant Energy Foundation. Many of Iowa's natural wonders you'll find on Iowa Public Television can be found in Iowa Outdoors Magazine, the Iowa DNR's premier resource for conservation, education, and recreation activities. Subscription information can be found online at iowadnr.gov.
Move to Include. It's a public media initiative to promote awareness and inclusion of people with disabilities. With special programs, events, social media, and online resources, Move to Include challenges the community to learn more about the abilities of people with disabilities. For more information, visit us online at movetoinclude.us.